Plenty of discussion taking place at the state capitol over what to do about unemployment. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Evan Forrester. This time, the unemployment debate isn't only over how to make the system better, but also about how to get people back to work as employers complain they simply can't find staff members. Fox 43's Jamie Bittner in Harrisburg this evening, following the twists and turns that could bring changes.
For many on unemployment, it can feel like being a bouncing ball.
I first filed around March 6th, and I haven't received any benefits whatsoever.
Going through a maze and down rabbit holes, trying to get a hold of customer service and payments.
We are seeing an improvement in our call times and in the amount of people we are able to respond to.
Pennsylvania's Department of Labor and Industry has been promising change will come, starting with the biggest, an entire system overhaul that begins this week, a switchover that will temporarily turn some services offline May 30th through June 7th in order to make it all better.
Work search will be turned on July 18th, which means that UC claimants will have to search for work the previous week.
And that's another change that is coming, as some employers are complaining that they can't get enough workers to fill their shifts.
Is there any discussions to incentivize folks to go look for work or even to take some jobs?
Which state leaders say is a tough thing to do when there aren't the same incentives going to essential workers who have stayed on the job since the start of the pandemic.
We're not giving them anything to reward them for their job well done. So it just, it's trying to strike that right balance.
Perhaps maybe just requiring them to search for work sooner would alleviate that problem as well.
The state claims people on unemployment really aren't banking cash, with the average claimant getting $640 a week.
This $640 a week is actually 54% of the average weekly wage in Pennsylvania.
As Democrats want to push even more upgrades to make the filing system easier.
My office staff gets calls daily.
A lot of balls to juggle to make both employers and employees happy.
At the department, we are listening to both workers and employers and working to bridge that divide.
In Harrisburg, Jamie Bittner, Fox 43 News.
And as Jamie touched on, Pennsylvania will resume work search requirements for those collecting unemployment beginning July 18th. That means that those actively collecting unemployment benefits will need to have searched for work during the previous week. The requirements had previously been waived by Governor Wolf under the emergency disaster declaration that was stated during the pandemic. The requirement being reinstated now comes as many employers say they are struggling to find workers to come back to work. We've been covering the unemployment issues throughout the pandemic, and for more information on the work search requirement as well as any further possible benefits, head to our website fox43.com.